Cafe Willoughby with your hosts Tyler Brown and Sam I Am Willoughby, Sir Richard Fistwell, and the baddest BMXers and industry heavy hitters on the planet. Let's get it on!
What's up, y'all? Monday night, Cafe Willoughby. We're at Sam's house. We're ready to go, and I know you guys are too. What's up?
Yeah.
Here with Sam. We got a good show for you guys. We got a full studio. We've got new people. We've got old people. We got everybody in the studio tonight.
It's a big show.
It is. It just keeps growing every week. We already got 25 viewers. It's going to be good. Killing it. Boom. We're ready to go. How's everybody's Monday, huh?
It's been a big weekend. Big weekend here at the Willoughby household.
Yeah? What went on?
Not a lot.
I thought it was a big one. For not a lot, it was a big one.
No, I came out and watched you run your race on Saturday. Dropped a few gates.
Hold
for
on.
the Beginners League.
You didn't help. This dude was running gates for me on Saturday.
Yeah.
It's not very often that kids get an Olympic silver medalist and world champion and be like, all right, here we go.
It was good. I realized I never want to run a track.
These two fingers killed it. They killed it.
They always do.
Yeah, man. No, we had a good, I think I was out at the track all day that day.
You were. That was a big day.
Yeah, I got out there all day. We had the last beginner league. We had races. We had it all. Sam came out. Shaz scored. She pretty much ran the show.
She did?
Yeah. We put her inside. She was running sign-ups for me, helping out. She was scoring. She was doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
We're going to call her Shaz Morris from now on. Shaz, you got to grow your nails out real long. You're going to be the official scorer.
No, but I watched Argentina and then a little bit of what these boys put on Bakersfield, but there wasn't a lot of coverage up there, so seen what I could. And then other than that, it was just NASCAR on the couch, really.
NASCAR on the couch, you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
I'm jealous. I literally spent the last 3 days living at the track. So,
Slurrying? Yeah,
so between the race, we had the big race on Saturday, double race day, and then
you and the girls were slurrying.
Yeah. For those that don't know, where are the ladies this weekend? So that joke makes a little sense.
They're in Trashville.
Trashville, having a little bachelorette party. They're getting rowdy. So they're slurrying. I was slurrying. There's a lot of slurry going on this weekend. But on a real note, we had my buddy Troy from Winnebago Land BMX out in Wisconsin. He came out, and he's been putting in the work with me the last few days. So we killed the track out there. We put a full new surface on the track. We did 2 coats of slurry on there, and I'm excited. The place is probably the best it's ever been.
Looks magic. It's ready for the whole shot race.
Yeah, we're not far off from that. We're not far off that. I think we'll have to chat about that later. But we didn't like the Gold Cup final. Like, that's cool, but let's be honest, we really did it for the whole shot race coming up.
For sure.
That's what it was really all about.
You only did the first straight, right?
Well, no, we did the whole thing, but what we did is we started backwards and we tested it all. So by the time we hit the first straight, we knew exactly what we were Monday at the cafe. You never know what's going to happen on this show. Maybe we're here, maybe we're not. Maybe we're here, maybe we're not, you know?
Bondarenko hacked us.
Yeah, she did. We had a little Russian hacking going on. She shut down the system.
Yep.
But we're back now. We're ready to go. So, Sam, where were you? What's going on in the show?
Well, we're going to do Argentina, Bakersfield, Answer Fork in it segment, so you guys can shoot them into the live chat or call them in on the number. And then we're going to we've got an S squared. We've already got a corporate for that, so we'll all have a swing at that. Fitzwell called in. We're going to do a little chat about the whole shot race. We're going to bring Jason on. We've got Nick here. We've got the Mac Attack. So we've got plenty to keep us busy tonight. So we'll just kind of let it roll and see where she goes. But I think we'll start off with Argentina, huh?
Perfect. Yeah, Argentina is a killer race. It's always a good one. I think the reason it's so good is because it's such a raceable track. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? We saw from the main events, we saw some really good moves out there. So should we just get them kicked off, start off with watching some racing, and then we'll kind of lay our views down there?
Throw the mains up.
Cool. We're going to start off with the women's main event, and then we'll get to the men's 2 races. So start off here's the ladies.
Here we go.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
This is the one that counts as they are out. Looks like Smoller's off to a decent start, but Pahone just edges her out with Stephanie Hernandez in the third on the outside. But looks like Christensen's going to dive on Hernandez. George gets caught up in the pack, but right now it is Pahone running away with it with Smolders in 2 and Christensen in 3rd, Bondarenko in 4th. They are mimicking the points, mind you, as we see Pahone and Smolders leading out of the last corner. Pahone down the last straight. Smolders, Christensen, and Hernandez edging out Afremova. And there's your start list. Last final of the season for the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup. It will be the elite men. And these are the elitist of the elite today as we go live. And it's official.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Everyone's out of the gate. Looks like Ramirez get pinched, but watch him. Molina off to a decent start, but Connor Fields is going to stick his nose in there anyway, as Ramirez is going to make the dive on Molina. It's going to be Fields, Ramirez, Molina. Looks like Andre's jumping his way into 3rd place, but we'll see. He finds his way. Ramirez is going to contest Fields. That doesn't happen very often as Andre pulls up and Molina's trying to find a way. Ramirez is still hunting Fields down, but Fields is holding him off right now as they head down the last straight. It's going to be Fields, Ramirez, Andre. There's your official Fields, Ramirez, Andre, Molina, Nyhog, Van Gent, Naverstad, and Trey White.
Feels great. I'm tired.
Waiting for the official call. And it's on.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Out of the gate they go. Torres a little crooked, but Molina comes out straight as a bullet, and he goes straight to the front with Andre. And like I said, giving room for Torres to dive right into 2nd. So it's going to be Molina, Torres, and Andre 1, 2, and 3 with Fields in 4th, fighting with Andre. But right now, Torres passes Molina. So it's Torres, Molina, Andre. Connor Fields making his way through the rhythm section, not knowing if he's going to have enough time to make it up. But right now, it's Torres, Molina, Andre, Fields, Jones, Van Gorkum, Sakakibara, and Palmer.
Woo! That was some racing, Sam. What do you think, man?
Yeah, it was good. That last one was actually day 1. That was a pretty cool race to see those Argentina boys go 1-2 at home.
Yeah, I just wanted to end on a high note because I think it was rad that the Argentina guys went 1 and 2. And like Nick was saying when we were watching, it was one of those things. I'm surprised they even had race day 2.
Yeah.
I'm surprised the city just didn't burn it down. We're the champs. We'll see you later. Shut the place down.
I was watching live, and in the women's, thought Bondarenko might have been up for a win there. She won everything till the main, but
was she?
She got spat out like a bad chewy in the main.
Oh, hate it when that happens.
Yeah.
So, ladies racing, pretty much podium, 1st and 2nd were the same both days.
Yep.
Any surprises there?
Not really in the women's. It was kind of who you expected. Mariana won pretty easy, and then Smolders and Christensen.
Who got 3rd on day 2? Do you know? I don't know.
No, didn't see.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of like, I think it was going to be a Mariana show from, I think, being in it's in South America. She had the hype behind her, and it kind of wasn't really surprised to see her get the win both days.
Yeah, she's pretty good there. And then, I mean, Smolders chased her down on the 2nd day, but not quite.
But still not enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the boys was pretty good racing both days. Obviously, those 2 Argentina boys 1-2 on the 1st day, and then Silva and kind of just played it consistent both days and got the title. But then
just sealed up 2 more podiums and a number 1 overall, huh?
And Connor winning day 2. But I think Molina might have even been close to winning day 2 if he could have been 1 lane. He was in 3 and he got out, but just couldn't quite get across down the 1st straight.
So I was watching the video. I actually, luckily, somehow ended up pressing the play button right when the main events were on the gate. And I said, okay, Connor's going to win. The little magician, he's going to get spat out the back down the hill, dive bomb in turn 1 and take the 2.
Yeah, he was doing that all day.
So it's very rare that my predictions are right because I'm not a very good prediction guy. But seeing that he was in 2, it was obvious. He's like, yeah, I'll just let these guys go. Yeah. I'm going to get to the inside as low as I can. I'll dive bomb and I'll take it away.
Yeah.
He kind of had a sniff in turn 2 for the overall, too.
He did, yeah. He just didn't have enough speed to finish it off on the exit of the turn, and Connor kind of went around the outside of him. But.
Speaking of turn 2, we were actually watching the video, and you got to look at Sylvan. He was on the inside of that white line, just 2-wheel drifting to go in for 3rd. So some good racing action by him.
Good brakes.
Yeah, it must have been the disc brakes that helped hold him. He feathered him underneath the white line to drift up. And but at the end of the day, it was, one of the Argentina guys would have done it if the opportunity was there. So
sure.
It is what it is.
No, I was happy to see Sylvain get the overall. I would have liked to see him win a day, but I think he was there pretty focused on trying to win the overall. So
yeah, for sure.
That was good to see,
goal.
and hopefully we'll have him in studio here later in the year. Is
he coming out anytime soon?
Said he's going to come out for the Grands. So.
Oh, yeah. Sylvain, if you're watching, just mark it on your calendar. You're coming, bro.
I think he already did.
He's probably flying out. He's probably flying home right now. But, yeah.
But he's actually a member of the Berm Academy. So,
is he?
Yes.
Is he? Jason.
He went.
You had your boy Sylvain on the Berm Academy?
Trained him up.
Talk about his diet.
Oh, can't wait to hear all of it. We got all the inside scoop from Jay.
Trained by Jason Carnes.
Jason Carnes is his coach. Coach Jason.
Sisters.
What's that?
You
The Diaz sisters?
Both making the main. That's pretty cool.
Both of the Diaz sisters made the
The
mains.
second day.
One's 43, the other's 33.
Yeah.
That is magical. It gives me some motivation.
Yeah, no, that is cool.
She's not really
Okay.
43 and 33, are they? Is that a
Nah.
joke?
26,
Okay.
like 20.
It's like Gabrielle's
Diaz, one of them got a podium, right?
maybe day 2.
Yeah,
one of them
day
got
two.
paid,
Day two, she got on the podium.
I think it was the younger one.
Yeah, it was. It was the younger one because I thought it was the older one. I'm like, holy crap, that's
Yeah, no,
legit.
Gabrielle, she's as old as the day is long.
There you go.
She's been around a while.
She's been around a track or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
So
Well,
she's
good on her.
still putting it down out there with the ladies.
Still going
I think
for
the
it.
ladies only had 24 girls.
That was what I was going to wonder because it seems like USA only sent like 3 guys, 1 girl. Australia only sent 1 rider in general. So I think it was kind of a smaller race across the board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Everybody's
but,
budgets are blown. They don't care.
right.
Nobody wants to make the
Yeah, I
40-hour
think no
trip.
Olympic points and stuff. A lot of teams didn't send people.
Yeah. But
Whatever else.
overall, fun track. The track looked awesome. Fun race. It was cool to watch. The riders that were there definitely put on a good show, and the little bit that I saw was fun to watch. I was working at the track all week, so I didn't get to see too much, but you said it was a good one?
It was good.
What happened to Corbin? I saw he wasn't in the main either
Yeah,
day.
he was good both days. He went out in the semi both days, I think.
Okay. How about, I think we saw a pretty good crash. You see Twan's crash in one of them?
Yeah.
That was an epic crash.
he almost-
So I watched the video. Twan overshoots the double. Somehow Tori lands and misses it. Twan goes in the air and sideways and nose bonks Trent's helmet as Trent goes underneath him and hits Trent in the head.
Completely Tori's fault.
There was about
Fufanu on Tori's helmet.
40 things all happening at once, and it was pretty impressive that the only one to crash was Twan from all of that.
Yeah.
And he got up and walked away. So if you haven't found that crash online, check it out. It's a good one to find.
All right.
If I would have thought about it earlier, we would have played it for you guys, but
Yeah.
blew it.
So did Smolders win the overall in the girls? Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know. I wasn't sure. So Smolders took the overall there. Sylvain took the overall in the men. Who else on the podium? Was it Sylvain, Connor, Tori, top 3, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's the men's podium there.
All right.
What about Bakersfield? Should we get the fellas on and chat a little bit about Bakersfield?
Throw the main up.
We'll get the main on. We'll get Nick and the Mac Attack in. We can chat a little bit more about Bakersfield. So check out. This is we only had one video to play from Bakersfield, but here you go.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
Gate coming down, pro open, main event. Here we go. Who's going to get the horsepower whole shot on this one? Uh-oh, Mac Attack got a pretty good shot downtown. He's going to get this one going on. Oh, Long going to come up on the hip pocket. It's McLean. Long going to go 1 and 2 with Reed on the 3 spot coming in that second turn. Oh, my man, Akita coming up on a 4 right now, bringing it back around. But it's all the Mac Attack on the top spot. McLean getting the work done right now into that last turn. Nick Long looking for that 2. Reed on the 3 spot as we come back down the line. It's all McLean out front. McLean, Long, Reed, Aikita. 2 just comes off.
Oh man, Sam had to take a step out. So all we hear is Mac Attack, Mac Attack, Mac Attack. Looks like the nickname stuck here. You can hold Sam's mic. You can hold on. You can put it on, fellas. How was old Baco?
Well, it was fantastic. The
No,
track-
Bakersfield was dusty.
Dusty.
No, I would have never
come
guessed
on.
that. Hold on, I got you. Here, you get it on. Get it
Oh,
on.
my fingers aren't
He's a
working.
bit of a rookie. Here, sweetheart, give it to me. There you go. Look at that. Look at that.
Right on.
So, Bakersfield, give us a scoop, boys. What do you got?
The Mirandas did a fantastic job on the track. The rebuild, the
killed it,
surface,
man.
everything. It was
The turns
top
look
notch.
great. The
Yeah.
track looks. It looks like it flows pretty good.
It was
Motocross track.
built
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah, I mean, There's no complaints besides just the dust in the parking lot, really.
Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, unless you get like 100,
Thorns.
unless you get a
Yeah,
couple
thorns.
hundred
I got a
thousand.
couple flats. I got a
Did
flat
you-
on the car. I got a flat on
You
the
get-
bike. I got one on the bike, but I had a thorn in the front tire. It didn't pop though. Luckily,
Oh, you
it
pulled
was
it
in
out?
the notch, like in the block.
Good.
Tire,
The block,
my
the power
tire on my
block.
car came off on the drive there. That was pretty cool.
Your car heard it was going to Bakersfield and got
so
scared.
It did not turn back.
It was trying to like, get out of here. I don't want to go. I don't want to go.
Yeah, he got a flat like first
First
10
day
minutes of
practice.
practice.
Yeah. Nice.
Got about 5
Yeah,
laps on the track.
Quick flat. So, but yeah, the track looked amazing, man. Those guys looked like they killed it, and I'm super bummed that I wasn't there. I had to get my own track ready,
Yeah.
so I couldn't go up there. But hats off to the Mirandas and everything that they've been doing. I know they've been putting in a lot of work.
They did, yeah,
so.
did a great job. And even with Eric and April, they were stuck in, I don't know what island they're on, but they were there during the hurricane.
They were in the main one that was hit heaviest by the hurricane.
Yeah,
I don't remember which one.
I don't know which one it was called, but
But they were dead in the center of
he
it.
showed me some of the videos and photos from, like, not the bungalow he was in. Somehow his stayed together pretty well. But the ones next to it, like, the roof was in. There was ceiling fans on the bed. Everything was completely demolished. And
But then
were
after that,
fine.
there was a bunch of looting and stuff going on.
Oh,
so it
yeah.
was kind of like,
I mean, I would loot some
Didn't
stuff
the
if I was
army
there.
Get involved or something?
yeah. Everybody got involved in help, and they started airlifting out of the USA people out of the country or off the island.
So they didn't boat back? I didn't even ask.
No, they got a
flew home.
plane. They got a
Okay.
plane, but with like the army and stuff like that. So yeah, it was a bit of a scene. So good thing that they're there, or they're back home now.
they made
They're
it
all
back.
good.
They were there first. I saw Eric on Sunday in April.
Yeah. So let's talk about the race a little bit. Any standout races you guys saw?
Other than like
Other
just
than,
the pros?
Other than the amazing pros, the pro show. So you took the win 2 days.
Yeah, I won
Friday,
Saturday.
Saturday, and you took the win on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did it take? Did you get him drunk Saturday night? Is that what helped?
I just learned how to do a gate.
Oh! I tried to teach at my camp. You must not have listened.
No.
Did you still do the shoulder thing?
Yeah, you bet.
Okay, just making sure.
Standout race. I mean, I didn't watch much on Friday, but Saturday and Sunday I stayed and watched all the races all the way through Jason. Because we pitted with Jason at the Berm Academy, which is awesome, taken care of.
He always kills it.
So yeah, we watched all the races. There was a standout race for sure. It might have been like the oldest intermediate class.
That one is always a good one.
But the moto before, the guys just killed each other at the end of the last turn. Like, didn't care about work on Monday, just smashed into the double. And the next moto was coming already, and the guy who was leading like had to swear, like he had to stop.
Nice.
He wasn't able to win the race, and I was like,
Did they do
rerun it? You got to rerun it, you know?
They end up-
They did, and I was like, you're probably going to want to run it tomorrow because you look pretty gassed. This guy, he was a pretty big guy, but he was pulling.
Did he get the win?
And he came back, and I saw him first thing in the morning when I went to look at motos on
Yeah.
Sunday, and I just recognized him. I was like, you got the win again yesterday, right? You picked it up? He's like, yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
It was pretty
He's
cool.
like, I've actually been sandbagging for this race for the last 4 months, so yeah, I took the win.
Yeah, it was cool to see.
Yeah,
And then
exactly.
some of the girls' races, they were good. 1927X. It was awesome to see Robbie Patterson. He did well in that class.
Okay.
So I think
Okay.
he's going up for the title, which would be cool. He just
saw it.
holding it down for the old guys like me.
New 1927Xer, Picardo got in. He jumped in there.
Picardo,
And he was
yeah.
up, he was up for some podiums, but not
The
to
kid
win.
on my dad's team too, Palisoto, he rides pretty well.
Okay.
Pretty on edge. He's like a 09 Connor.
Nice.
Yeah, just on the edge,
Nice,
and,
just
until you
full
blow out.
throttle.
yeah. But it was cool to see. He was out there, giving it all. It was fun.
Perfect. Well, 09 Connor definitely gives it his all.
Yep.
In everything. One thing that we all noticed that was a bit of a shock. What's up with the moto count? We noticed it was extremely low
I
moto
don't
count
know.
for a Southern California race and being the Fall Nationals, which is typically a pretty big one.
I think they were all in Argentina watching the race. That's why
Everybody was?
Yeah, they flew them in to take care of the stands, to pack the crowd.
They're
But I don't know. It was kind of
only
187 on the first day, and then second day 160 something.
Yeah.
It was kind of a kick in the nuts to like all the races in California I ever did. There was minimum 300 always at
Well,
the Fall Nationals.
And even if moto counts are down, I think you're still talking about a California race should bring in 200. We were talking about this earlier that SoCal State Final and NorCal State Final on the same weekend each pulled in 120 plus motos, and to have a national centrally located to all of that.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing that we've been seeing on the Facebook drama lately is everybody's like, hey, everybody complains there's no national. Well, USA BMX gave a national and nobody showed up.
Yeah,
I
don't know. It was a.
It kind of is like the hard time that we're giving the pros. Like, yeah, USA BMX gave the pro money, and then nobody showed up to race it, so they
Yeah,
cut it
exactly.
down, and then they wonder why. The only thing I can hope is that people's budgets were tapped just because of the Worlds and stuff like that. But for everybody to not show up to a Southern California race, like Fall Nationals, one of the last ones of the year, being at a great track and great facility, definitely a bummer not to see more motos.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know. Maybe there's too many races and people already had scores or something. But
I know that Canada was going on this weekend as well, which maybe people
Tugas made it down.
Yeah.
They made
the
it
Canadian
down.
came to California.
Yeah.
The Californians came up. The only thing that I can figure is like people maybe must have already had plane tickets bought to go to Canada, and they're like, oh well, we didn't know until it was too late or something.
Like a USA BMX National?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you can go to Canada and race those races, and they count for your USA scores.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So and
Should have went up there instead.
I think the races are going to be a little bit.
We should have done both. I should have done one. You should have done the other.
You guys could have killed.
Yeah,
it.
just split the money.
Did you just let him get some rent money on Sunday? Like
that's why I made sure he got gate one. He won, but he owes me money anyways.
Yeah, the money's still going towards it.
So to pick up on the last show, are you staying in California or are you going back home? You're here.
I'm staying.
All right. So you're here until when? When do you go home?
After Arena.
You're gonna max that visa out, huh?
He's probably sticking it till Grands too after that.
He's gonna say, "Screw the visa. I'll just be an illegal alien here for a couple more months. We'll go to Tulsa, have a good run, and then get back to Australia."
It's low key, yeah.
I think Torino is about 83 days or something. I can only stay for 90.
And you got 90, so you're pushing it. Okay. Well, cool. So are you staying with Nick? Where are you staying? What's going on?
I'm staying at Nick's for now.
All right, cool.
Me and the Goats, he's hanging out.
So you got a training partner, another one, huh?
Yeah, whenever this elbow quits being an asshole, then I'll be.
What do you mean? What's wrong with your elbow?
I don't know. I woke up Sunday morning, driving to the track, and it just kind of
Yeah, Sunday morning. He didn't get hurt Friday or Saturday. Oh, just the day I got second.
It just wore out. I don't know.
I don't know what's wrong with it. My elbow's killing me though, man. I'll get a second.
This is the good elbow, anyways, and I can't. I was. Lindsay saw me trying to put like some electrolyte pills in my mouth earlier, and I'm like,
You need electrolyte pills, your elbow's blown out. You are getting old, Nick.
Tell me about it, man. 28's coming in hot.
You want to come and start working on the track with me? We'll get you a regular job.
Just give me a shovel. I guess I got one hand.
You got one hand. Yeah. We'll give you a rake. You can do it one hand. We'll give you a
Let's do like some feet rakes, and I'll just shuffle around.
Exactly. We'll do something. So anything else we need to talk about on Bakersfield, boys? Any other highlights, lowlights?
I don't know. I mean, we need more footage. We need the filming back so everybody could watch. Everybody saw through the tangent races.
I think USA, but like.
They said they were filming the mains, I think, right?
The mains were like.
Okay.
But I'm not sure what it was on.
On last week's show, we put up an epic blast video of a couple amateurs. Was there any Bakersfield blast that happened this weekend?
Oh, you know what races were good were, I think it's, 2835 expert?
Yeah.
It was Jason Morris. Dick Cheeseburger is what his Instagram name is, which is pretty epic.
All right.
And then Brock Arndt. They raced.
I raced the Arndts back when.
Yeah, so did I.
I was a teenager.
I raced one of them too.
Yeah. There was like
the
a family
big
of
guy.
like 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But both their mains. Brock won to the first turn. Saturday's main, he put his ass on the tire, I think, and kind of like checked up over the step up or the double. And then Jason just blew by him down the rhythm, I think.
Okay.
Sundays was a little bit better. Same thing. Jason almost beat him in the turn. Brock put him up a little bit, took his line, raced him all the way down. I think he passed him down. Jason passed him in the second turn.
Yeah.
Beat him down the rhythm. Brock, textbook, just high-low, perfect.
Yeah.
Shut the door and took him off the track.
With him?
Yeah.
Nice.
It was so good.
I love it.
Yeah, and
I love it.
Yeah, it was textbook high-low. It was good racing all
that's
day.
the best part of the nationals that are coming up, like this one in Reno especially, because the top amateurs. I mean, at this point, well, you probably don't know, but for amateurs, they take your 7 best scores, right?
Okay.
And most of the amateurs, like the top dudes at this point, you have at least 5+ wins. So you're going into the race, like, if I get second, it's a waste of a weekend. So you're going in 100% win or nothing.
You need that rider count.
Yeah,
that's what they're
I
looking
think
for.
that's like Anthony Picardo, like, because he's got like 5 or 6 wins or
Yeah.
something, and he got a second. And he's like,
Yeah, it's literally pointless. So you go into that last few races of the year, if you're in second, like, I'm either going to take the dude out or crash because it doesn't matter if I get second. So it gets really good towards the
You're
end of the
just looking
year.
for team sheets. Either team sheets or
I never
hang
cared
it
about
up.
team sheets. I was in it for.
I can tell you who cares about team
self-glory.
sheets is Big Dom. Heavy D loves
Heavy
team
D's
sheets.
all about the team sheets. Why didn't you stay in the 2?
That's why I was racing, really.
Yeah.
Rant and team sheets.
Nick Long team sheet right
That's why I'm
there.
there. I'm a team guy.
Right there. Cool, guys. Cool. I think that's all the Bakersfield talk. That was some good goss.
Yeah,
stuff.
I can't think of any other standout races.
No?
Not off the top of my head.
Nothing else? Well, it sounds like there was some pretty good
Heather,
ones.
our usual crowd, Heather, she raced fairly well
Yeah.
for being a mountain bike chick most of the
Is
time.
she getting some finales?
She made both mains.
I think
Got a couple top 8s, I believe.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I love a good top 8. What was the win for Pro Open this weekend, boys?
I got
I think
300.
we can't ask the guy that got taxed. He got like
Yeah,
he got
$17.
$62.
It was,
He owes USA BMX money.
I think it was 343
Okay.
because we had a semi on Saturday.
That's not bad.
Thanks to Cam Moore signing up but not showing up.
Where was he at?
He is pre-signed, I guess, but I think his sister was having a baby.
Yeah.
Well, he was out here. He's been in.
Yeah,
he
she flew home, I
Okay.
think.
Okay. All right. We'll let
But
him
yeah,
off
thanks to
there.
him because we had a semi, we got an extra $100
Perfect.
for the win.
Take it.
Yeah,
Take it.
And we got shout out to the Randers for the whole shot award on Saturday.
Oh, did they give a little whole shot
They
award?
did a 250 whole shot award just for the.
Should have been Sunday.
They're awesome. Yeah, should of course.
I'd have tried harder then.
Nothing but good stuff.
The elbow would have been fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, would have been.
Yeah, it'd
extra
been good.
caffeine pill would have been popped. You would have been good.
Yeah, I'd have probably snorted the caffeine.
How much was the whole shot award?
250.
Okay.
It was sweet, yeah.
Yeah, sweet little bonus then.
Yeah, not bad.
Nice. So we got a next guest we have coming up on the show. You guys hung out with him all weekend.
The hunk.
We got the hunk. What more can you say about this dude? The horny toad.
Has there ever been a bad thing said about him?
No.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think it's possible. So let's get into his intro video. We'll get Sam back in here, and we'll get Jason on the show.
Let's do it.
Let's check out what BMX racing is from Jason Carnes. Actually, you guys talk about something for a second.
I just watched I better
Because this thing isn't plugged in from our little mishap that we had earlier, so I'm gonna have to put this video on.
When we got into Bakersfield a couple hours early. Practice was at 6. We got in at like 2, so we went to Miranda's house to just hang out, get out of the sun. And he had one of the transit videos going, Transit 3 or something, old one. It was from the year that they did the Oldsmar race. It was good the first day, and then the second day was just a complete mud fest.
Yeah.
I think it was
Oldsmar.
Yeah.
Tangent.
Yeah, it was
Not
Oldsmar.
Transit.
Transit. Couldn't have been Transit. There wasn't Oldsmar back then, was there?
Yeah.
Oh.
All just full dirt turns, everything.
Nice.
And Carnes was racing the A Pro, got the win on Sunday in the mud fest. I think he was pulling moves out there like there wasn't even mud.
No.
It was sweet to see.
He had his Tioga
Pulling
top threes
everything.
on.
Yeah.
He knew what he was doing.
He was a pro there.
Well, let's hear about what BMX racing is from Carnes, and we'll talk a little bit more to him. Here you go. Let's check it out.
Well, when people hear about BMX, what they think about automatically is the X Games. When they don't realize it stands for bicycle motocross, which is a smaller form, as we're emulating motocross racers, but we're doing it on our bikes with leg muscles. Bicycle motocross is a sprint race. It's up to 8 people on the gate on a dirt track that consists of rollers, jumps, turns, and they're about 1,000 to 1,200 feet long, so it's a 30 to 40 second full body explosive sprinting sport. It's a full contact sport, so there's a lot of banging in the turns, a lot of cutting off and things like that. There's a little bit of strategy involved, but you don't have much time to think out there. Like I said, it's 30 to 40 seconds. It's just an all-out sprint. When the gate drops, you hit the hammer and battle it out to the line. Really, BMX is a sport that's for anyone, actually. We have riders as young as 2 years old, all the way up to 65 is a common age for riders. Those classes are getting bigger and bigger, and actually the largest cruiser class, which is a little bit bigger bike than what I'm riding, is the 46 to 50-year-old class. And it's just a high, fast-paced sport that really it's an addiction. So if you're a BMX racer, tell us what you love about it in the comments below. From Shelby Farms BMX here in Memphis, Tennessee, I'm Jason Carnes, and you're watching.
All right, we're back. We got Jay. Before we get on, one thing I have to say. Oh, pounding it. Jay, pounding it.
Washing off the nerves.
We got to ask that all you guys that are watching at home, please share this video. So we all here at the studio, we just shared it while that video was playing. So go ahead, share it. Let all your friends know what you're doing on a Monday night. And bam! Oh, is this a video of a video?
Jay.
This is all going down. See this on his Instagram soon, at Berm Academy.
So, no introduction really needed.
No needed for this legend.
Berm Academy CEO, 6-time vet champ, Jay. How are you?
I'm blushing. I can't believe I'm here.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing to have you here.
Thanks for having me on. I can't believe the amount of production work that goes on behind the scenes here. And it's cool to be here with all the legends and Nick and Mac Attack and
Do you have a little glitter on your eyes? Are you shiny? Rachel
I'll tell
hooking you up. You giving us some glitter? I just realized that right now. You're sparkling for the show.
My lady was working a big event here, a music festival here, and she came.
Great. I thought it was for us. Whatever.
She came back to the trailer park with glitter all over her, and she smashed her face on mine.
Oh, it was amazing.
And left the evidence.
Nice. Just marking her territory.
Right.
Yeah.
So Jay, I mean, since what has it been now? A year, first year of the Brim Academy?
Yeah, almost 1 year in. Yeah, the Grand.
So, I mean,
I was going to say, Grand's to be your first official anniversary, huh?
Yeah, I can't believe how fast it's gone by.
With the way that's taken off, so everyone just knows you're the Brim Academy guy now. But you did drive the Red Line rig for many years. Give us a quick insight into how that all started.
How Redline started.
Or how you drove.
There's a couple tubes welded together back in 1982.
No. You know, when Gork was at ABA, and I was racing AA, I was riding. I wasn't riding 4-torquer, but I got a jersey and some Redline cranks and a frame.
Yeah. Nice.
And I used to hang out with Matt Hayden. That was he used to let me ride his factory coattail. And when Gork moved over to Redline, they just wanted to put a truck program back together and get someone on the road, and they needed someone to drive it. And it just happened that someone wrote into SBS about what a great fella I was. I did a torquer clinic, and someone wrote in and said, "Hey, this is a great guy. We really appreciate him coming by." And
they weren't.
And I guess that gave him an idea that maybe I could fill the shoes and drive the truck, and so I got that job.
You got the call.
17 years later, it lasted almost 17 years. I expected a couple of years out of it, just to kind of work my way through college.
Yeah.
And that thing lasted almost 17 years, which was pretty magical. I spent a lot of years with this guy, a lot of ice baths, massages,
Hey, Sylvie and Andre wants to know, are you wearing knee pads right now?
No, I generally keep them on to keep my knees warmed up. But that sounds dirty, by the way, but it's not.
I figured he'd be on a plane. Maybe he's on the plane watching us right now.
No, you know what? I think I just didn't feel like getting undressed after a day at the trails or something, and I just rode my gear for a while, cooked dinner and all
Jersey?
my gear.
Did you have the Protec?
I had it all, and then he wouldn't stop making fun of me, and I didn't understand the problem, but,
Whatever.
Right.
Sam, I know you got some killer questions for Jason. What do you got?
Jay, you've, started flight school now. The Brim Academy is kind of like the new gig of clinics and touring, but you've probably, do you think you've been to every track in the U.S.? NBL?
No, I definitely haven't been to every track, but I go to maybe 70 a year.
70.
So
is there anybody in the country that's been to more tracks than you?
No.
Well, Bubba, Berlin, there's a few guys that still do a lot of stuff, but I've been to a lot. I've probably averaged between 50 and 70 tracks a year for the past, I don't know how many years. So I've been to a lot of them, but unfortunately I'm kind of I don't go too far off the beaten path from the national schedule. So that's unfortunately the far northeast. They don't get any, and there's a couple other spots that don't get too many nationals. So, but I've been to a lot of them.
But this guy, every time we would roll into the track in the Red Line rig, it was like, Jason, like all the dads.
Oh yeah,
like, Jason.
Oh yeah.
And he stops for everyone.
And then he's trying to set up, and he'll get 1 tent side popped up, and then I'll have to stop to talk to this
Everyone
guy.
knows Jason.
Then you go to the next one. Yeah, you're a famous
He's
guy.
A star.
Man,
He's a star.
I put on a happy face, and fans love it.
Even at restaurants, we'd go out to eat. All the dads and kids would come over. Hey man, Jason, I remember when you came to this place and did clinic and whatever else, and we got some funny stories of kids coming up and just freezing out,
oh yeah,
they see a lease or something, and hey Jason, hey Elise. There was this one kid in I think we're in Louisville, and he came up and he was like, it was like a famous story in the truck now. He comes up and he introduces himself and whatever else, and he's talking, and he's like, then he realizes Elise was there, and he's like, oh hey, so we were driving, and the truck it caught on fire, and Dad he put the fire out, and then the kid just walked away.
No,
he didn't know what to say.
If that kid is watching right now, that would be epic.
I know it's not. It's probably not that great for the fans at home watching on Facebook. But man, yeah, we talked about that. We covered that a lot.
Every time there's a quiet moment, we'd just be like, the truck caught on fire.
But you guys had a pretty epic crew. I know I hung out with you guys a little bit there towards the end, but you guys had You two, you had Elise, Denzel, Tori. I mean, you guys.
It really was a family for a while.
Yeah, you guys.
We had
Hunter
a
was
good
in there
thing,
too.
Hunter.
Yeah.
I don't know how they
Gorgeous
afforded
George.
that. I don't know. Yeah, gorgeous. Usually making us late. He needs his OJ. He oversleeps 30 minutes and needs his OJ.
Yeah.
Every
But,
team's got one of those.
Yeah. But no, we had a good team. I miss those days so much. Just I wish I could sponsor us all on the Bourbon Academy tour. Well, I can. I'd take us all on tour.
Right.
I can't cover your entry fees, but I'll take you on tour.
But now the best part is you're able to share that same factory experience with anybody who wants to come on. I mean, they're going to get a front row pit. They're going to get to hang out with you, all the stuff that Sam raves about, Elise talks about all the time. You're now sharing that with anybody who wants to come join on tour.
That's what I'm trying to do. It's an uphill battle. All the parents want to know what kind of training Little Johnny's going to get with us. And, and I haven't really sold training that much on this program, but we do train. Rest assured, there's a lot of training. We ride our bikes every day. Just ask the World Cup champion Sylvain. He went on tour.
What pros have you had? Because you've had a few pros with you.
Well, really, the elite Tanner Sebesta came on tour. He was the first one to jump on board, and then Sylvain. I don't think everyone says they're coming on tour. Nick says he's coming on tour.
I'm coming.
I've been hearing that since it started, but I hear from a lot of guys.
Mac Attack's going to outrun his visa to come on tour with you.
He could just hide in the back.
Yeah.
Go down to Tijuana, get the stamp. I think does that work anymore?
No.
Nah, that old chestnut don't work anymore.
That was probably something like Kamikaze had you do.
But
like
he
a
can
long
ride in
time
the
ago.
back. I mean, I rode in the back of the Phantom on track on the way back from Phoenix one year.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you? So you were afraid you're going to get deported?
No, I just didn't have a ride home, so I got in the back.
Yeah. Yeah, man, but you got a pretty cool experience.
I had some good amateurs. I mean, some of the top amateurs. Dale sent some of the junior Devo guys, Cam Larson and Noah Ramos, and Peanut came, and now I got Peanut's competition. I've had all the 15 girls competition. Nightmare Natalie's on tour with me right now, but yeah. So I want to take riders. It all revolves around
Natalie.
Is that a new nickname or an old nickname?
That's her self-given name.
But I think what people don't realize as well is like Jay's tour. It's exact. Like I think people now it's always the training theory and people want to take racing serious and whatever else, which is great. But I mean, he's doing exactly what Elise, myself, Tori, Denzel, we did for almost 10 years and traveling around with Jason and at the races, going out like he does it right. He's cooking these guys good meals and
they're eating good, they're living good.
Is phenomenal. I remember Redline went on like a little lull for a few months there. They're like, we're firing Jason, we're getting rid of the rig. So me and Elise had to go to, I think it was Oldsmar by ourselves, and we're like in a rental car and what the fuck is this? Like, we got looked after.
You guys are doing what all the pros had to deal with all the time.
We got looked after so good for so long. Like with Jay, we just show up, tents were set up, and everything it was just fun always. I think that's what made me successful a lot of the times is at those races compared to say World Cups was that just the environment that he created. It was serious, but it just had that perfect like little mixture of.
Because he was still there to give you a kick in the butt if you needed it. Like, Sam, pull your head out of your ass.
So many times if I went out in the semi or something, it's like,
I
would come back.
You can't say so many times you went out in the semi, because what did that happen like 3 times ever in your racing career?
Or blew the gate or something.
All 3 times I didn't make the main in my career, Jason yelled at me. It was really hard.
I'd come back to the pits pissed, maybe throwing stuff or something, and Jason would be like, Sam, we're coming at 7 a.m. tomorrow. We're taking you over to Get a Gate. We're going. But it was just like his attitude was just always
I
like.
saw this guy throw a helmet after 2 elite seconds. 2 seconds in a
2 seconds?
And he was in the trailer throwing his helmet.
I placed it at the back of the trailer.
Hard. At least it was in the back of the trailer so the kids didn't
from
see.
The front to the back.
Right.
In one nice swing.
Jason always stored the tents at the back, so I was like, put this fucking helmet at the back.
There's a little bit more aggression than that, I have a feeling.
Yeah, I felt bad for Sam. I just wanted to, give him a hug, but.
But did you play father figure and give him a kick in the butt and say, get it together?
I don't know. He doesn't need that. This guy's a pro. He knows what to do. But I just try to stay out of their way, give them what they need, give them their space, and give them the help when they need it. And that's.
And now anybody can get that same treatment.
You know what? That's what I want to do. I just want to take people on tour and show them what made me really fall in love with the sport. And so what I see now is training first. Everyone's chasing the number plate. They're chasing the sponsors, and no one seems to have a passion for just riding bikes. And the experience, because life is really all about the stories and And it goes by fast. You're going to be out of this sport. I've been in it 31 years, but it's gone by, in the blink of an eye. So what I'm trying to get people to realize is that there's more to it than chasing that blue or gray or yellow or red.
But
or
what they
black
don't
or
realize,
white
though, is
number
how good they're getting in that process.
That's the thing. You have to convince the parents, and they try to put the riders on this structured training program way too early. They can't pop a wheelie yet, but they want their gait starts critiqued. They want clipless pedals, and they want carbon fiber and
squatting 200 pounds.
And I'm trying to let them know that before you're a great racer, you have to be a great rider first. And so I understand there's a time and place to sacrifice the rest of your life for your sport. Really, like when you get to the position like you guys are in. When you're tip top trying to make a living, of course, but you've already done the 10,000 hours of just bike riding, and I try to convince them to put your bike on every terrain you can put your wheels on, put it on there, and every skill you acquire or every skill you improve on, it's going to make you a better racer. It all translates to the track in one way or another, whether it's just the confidence of hitting the big ass jumps at Regency trails like Natalie did last week, or Sheep Hills with the other guys.
Nightmare.
Right. I mean, the confidence, it all transfers over. And so we're going to train on tour. We're going to do a lot of work, but we're going to have a good time. We're going to hit all it. We barbecue at this guy's house twice in 1 week.
Jeez.
And we're back again.
Right. Who gets to hang out with this guy and Alice Post?
But personally,
twice in a week.
I'm going to disagree because I have a couple elite training camps coming up, so I don't care if you can ride a bike or not. Just come to my camp and train. We're going to go to the gym and do. I'm just joking. I'm totally joking.
Hey, that's a good opportunity.
I'm totally
if you
joking.
have the means
I'm
and
totally
you're ready
joking.
for that,
I don't care if you can ride. We'll go down the hill and do sprints and squats.
Just give them a push.
I'm just
let 'em
joking.
go.
I'm
Just
totally
send 'em
joking with you. No, man, you got such a killer thing going. I'm sure everybody is going to want to go on tour with you. We see the comments already blowing up. I've seen a few people
They're
say,
all saying, preach, Jay.
Preach, baby, preach.
Well, you know what? Me and the old guys, we get together and we just agree with one another. We just talk about, well said. Well said. That's what they all say.
Right.
Well said. So we just get together and we talk about all the youngsters, and the parents, and then we all just agree with one another, and then we move on feeling like we're the smartest guys.
The squad back in the day solved a lot of problems at Starbucks in the mornings.
Oh, at 5:30. I was so angry, though, about being up at 5:30.
Oh, my gosh. Those were
Probably
the
my
worst.
best 5:30 morning story with Jay is we wake up in the hotel, and Jason goes, "Get up, pussies. It's time to mop the floor on these pussies."
I don't use that word.
No, not at all.
Misquoted.
Never.
Denzel's in the chat room.
I've been misquoted.
Ebony and Ivory.
There we go.
I spent a lot of weekends with Denzel. I love that guy. Come back, man. Come back. Take your daughter to the babysitter and come back.
We know you got a big engine, D. You could jump right back on there, baby. We know it. What other question you got for us, Sam? I know you got a
lot of
this guy.
nicknames, so let's run through 3 of them and give us the story. Horny Toad.
Horny Toad. Back in the day when everyone had the serious, there was the Lumberjack and the Blue Falcon, and
Yep.
I just
Who was the Blue Falcon?
Oh, he's what a little guy. What are you doing? You know what? Brian Foster wasn't clipped in enough for Sam to know who he was.
I know who Brian Foster is, but I didn't know he was the Blue Falcon.
He only had a signature frame and shoes, only a signature frame called the Blue Falcon. But other than that,
all right, go on.
Oh my gosh, this guy is generally a historian. He understands the sport, but
he could tell you who won a race in 1992. But
anyway, I just wanted a funny name. I just could hear myself, the Horny Toad, coming on the inside or whatever, and so I kind of made that. Actually,
did you make that up?
Self-proclaimed nickname?
Well, now here's what happened. We were driving.
Can you call me the Horny Toad?
Bowen, I want to be the horny toad.
No, listen.
Give me my script.
I'm a little bit busted, but we were driving across Colorado, driving home from a national in my Isuzu mini truck, and I had a friend of mine who was wanted to be a veterinarian, or he was a reptile doctor or something like that, and he's like, herpetologist, something like that. It's a lot of horny. Something like that. Is that what you call it?
I don't know.
Colorado has a lot of horny toads, and then I just thought that was funny. I'm like, that's going to be a great name. And then I went to a race.
Sounds like what I should call myself.
Exactly. And I turned double A, and I almost won my debut race. I did win one out of the 3 mains anyway, and I was the horny toad. And then I'm looking at the sheet, Vanilla Thunder. That was my breakdance name back in the day.
Sam, you can actually leave. We'll put our mics down and we'll let Jason just go through his questions.
Well, listen.
Tag us in where you're.
I'm embarrassed. I'm overheating on the inside. So I want to get off.
All right, so what do you got? Vanilla Thunder.
That's my breakdance name.
Okay.
Can you break dance for us at all here? It might not be enough.
Cardboard.
There's not enough room.
When my joints work, Denzel's seen it. He was a black guy. He's impressed.
Okay.
He was a black guy?
He's a black guy. He is a black guy. He was impressed.
He was back in the day.
All right, blackjack.
Blackjack.
And
well,
tell us. Obviously, that goes with the game. But tell us your philosophy of blackjack.
so I have a theory of how you can't lose, right?
Oh, I think I've heard this. Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah, let it go. I like
instead of just playing with instinct and so on and doubling down, on the 10s and 11s and splitting 8s and aces and all that, the trick is to double down on your losses. But you have to continue to double down every loss.
You got to have deep pockets.
So the gamble is
start off with $10.
Right, 10 to 20 to 40, 80, 160, 320, and that's when you get nervous. The next one's 640, and then you're already thinking ahead, 1280.
Yeah.
And then you've hit the table limit, and so you're messed up. But so the thing is, the gamble is that you won't lose more than 6 or 7 in a row, and so that's what I.
How does it work? Are you successful with this
So
method?
I've got some ups and some downs. I've walked out of a casino just down 900, so sad. But what happens is you got to come in with a bankroll, and you got to just look at it as chips. These are chips. You got to take the emotion away from it, and you've got to come in with a couple of grand to play with. But I just left Vegas a couple of weeks ago. South Point. They got a couple. $300 on my money. I didn't have enough in my pocket to go to the next level.
Everybody watching right now, we need more campers on the Berm Academy, so this guy
double down.
He's got to be able to double down.
The thing. I had it out
double
the
down
truck.
Jay.
Listen,
double down Jay.
I had it out the truck, but the thing is, I would have had to go out to the truck. So I lost on the 160. So that's 10, 20, 40, 80, 160.
Yep.
So I lost 5 in a row.
So you're
the next one was 320.
You would have won that one for sure.
But to lose 160, that's down. I've lost everything, 350 or whatever.
Yeah.
360. And so I would have had to come in straight away with 320. To walk away and think about it, get your money and come back and just go 320.
Couldn't do it.
I'm not man enough
can't
for
do the
that.
think time.
So I walked out just rejected, and upset. But
Quitter.
I have walked away a winner. I walked away a winner. But I remember I told Chris Luna, I drove from Maryland. I had to go from Maryland to Santa Clara in 3 days for the Red Line Cup Finals because ABA hasn't figured out East, Central, West. They went East, West, Central.
Of course.
I don't know. They've been in the game a long time, but they haven't figured out
how to start from one and go to the other.
Direction, right?
That'd be too easy.
So anyway, I hauled ass Sunday after the race because the goal was to get to Reno Wednesday.
Yeah.
Play some blackjack before I go into Santa Clara on Thursday morning.
Smart.
I drove all the way across there, killed myself to get over there, and ended up walking out, $900 down.
Dang.
And I told Luna the story, depressed, trying to get him to talk me off the cliff.
Yeah.
And he went and told, whoever's announcing, and then that was the name, Blackjack. And I remember hearing him when I'm racing. I heard him going, "Oh, he's got a great system. Just give him all your money."
That's a great plan.
That's where it came
That's
from.
Berm Academy. He's got a great system. Just give him all your
That
money.
does work. Listen, if you have the bankroll, it works.
Okay.
You can't
lose, baby.
But what you're saying is you might not win, but you can at least break even.
Listen, you can win,
Okay.
man. You can do it. You
Yeah,
can.
you can. Yeah.
You just have to be stronger than
gotta
me.
believe.
You gotta be
believe.
stronger
Believe
than
to
me.
achieve.
So anyway, enough of that. But that
What do you got
that's
next,
where
Sam?
it came from.
And there's another one, J-Skate.
Well, my Isuzu mini truck.
Right.
What is it?
The J-Skate.
Isuzu mini
I had an
truck.
Isuzu mini truck,
that is.
$3,500.
Okay,
I bought
nice.
it back in 92, 93 maybe. Anyway, I put 100,000 miles on that thing going to the track, but it was slammed and then the wheels stuck out. It looked a little Latino. The wheels stuck out about that much on it, and it was actually Todd Slavic, if you know him, the cowboy.
He's in the chat room.
Yeah, he called it the J-Skate because it looked like a roller skate.
Oh, the J
is,
skate.
yeah,
I thought
it
you
was
were
a
saying
He went down the
J
road sideways.
No, yeah. No, well, I got T-boned in a grocery store parking lot, and then from then on, it went like this.
You're cruising one of
And
those.
then they called me the Sidewinder. And but you could see, like, if I drove and you came behind me, like, you could see me in the side window,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice.
So anyway,
Just able to yell at the ladies more that way.
well,
It was a plan. It was a
let's
plan.
not talk about that.
All right, Jay. This was a classic every morning on the way to the race. What's bothering you?
We should do it. If you were here more, you'd have your own segment. What's bothering Jason? What's
There's a lot
bothering
of things.
Jason?
Generally, it's something off of Facebook.
Oh,
There's trends.
People on
There's
Facebook.
trends of.
What are we talking about this weekend?
We just talked about people who want to tell you on Facebook how proud they are of themselves that they fought through the barriers. Like Mac Attack, he was just telling me he fought back. He had a bad day one, stepped it up on day two, and then
Nick had a bad elbow, and I slid in there for the win.
We talked about this. Yes, you did. We talked about it.
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did.
So anyway, I read a lot about people who come on and they go, "I'm really proud of the way I fought back through adversity this
Way
weekend."
to go.
I mean, how many
Like
pats on
racers
the-
or in life?
Yes, racers in life, you name it.
All of it.
How many pats on the back do you need, man? That's not for you to say. That's for someone else to say.
Right.
Just hush.
Right.
Yeah.
They can't hush.
And our favorite one always, Jay, was when we went on Facebook and someone just put up, "Fuck it, I'm over it."
Over it. And that's it. Like, please save me.
What do you call those kinds of posts?
And you,
Like the very ambiguous, very
Over it.
And then they want people to go, "Oh man, what is it?
what do
Whatever
you
it
need?
is."
I'm here for you.
Praying.
Call.
Prayers sent.
Oh my gosh.
So we can't get into that. So basically, you're thinking about it.
We can't get into that. All right, Jay. Good stuff. All right.
I'm bringing the show down.
No, you're not. What else are you
Shaz she got a fresh 6-pack of LaCroix. Get back to it.
Tell the people, Denzel was on the team, Elise was on the team. You always used to tell this story about how you met me and how I pissed you off.
Well, Sam came in on the
He
boyfriend
pissed us
program.
all off.
So I used to see this guy, cute little fella, but I used to see him just hanging out. He's got his feet on my table.
Like a little puppy dog trying to chase around the leash.
An aqua Yeti just in my trailer at night. Never talked to anyone about. I don't know.
I brought my own water.
He brought his own water, but he came in on the boyfriend program, and it was upsetting because I'm loyal. I'm very loyal. Denzel was my guy.
Yeah.
And
He was your double A.
And we got a
And
guy.
they race each other.
And we
Same
got
age,
a young
right?
guy coming in with pimples, stepping on Denzel's toes. I don't, and I knew he was running around with Elise, and there was a little story. I never got an introduction, but the truth is,
You didn't even introduce yourself to
he's
this guy?
a shy guy. He's sweet as they come, but he's a shy guy. And maybe, I don't know.
I
what
don't
it
think
was.
I even sat in the. I tried to avoid sitting in the tent. I used to go to the.
Nah,
Elise's
you
tent.
came.
I was in there when
I
I
saw
had to.
you. You used to have your little schleathers pulled down to your ankles. And so it was. I'm like, we don't do boyfriend program here. We don't do it. I probably pulled Elise.
Did
to
you
the
ever
side,
have
like,
that
I don't
problem with
know.
Did you ever have to say that to Denzel or Tori? We don't do the boyfriend program here, fellas.
No. Those guys kept it clean.
Okay.
They kept their personal life separate. So,
But Elise blew it. She brought her boyfriend
Yeah, she
in.
brought her
Oh,
came
God.
in stirring the pot, But you know what? The Jackal used to talk about. When the new guy comes in, no one wants to give an inch to the new guy.
No.
Jackal used to talk about Bubba. He better quit stepping on my toes. Like they got a Bubba poster coming out, but Jackal doesn't have a poster.
Tell the story when you're driving the truck out. When you're driving the truck out and Jackal was off.
Oh my God! Well, Jackal got in. This was after John had left Redline. Now Bubba's the guy, but Bubba never really hung out. He always hung out with Berlin and Super Camp and all that family thing, which was cool. But Jackal was on Mongoose at the time, and it might have been the year he got number 2 in both sanctions. He came roaring back. But anyway, he was hanging with me one weekend. It was Dacono, Colorado, the Finches track. Now, awesome track.
I was leading my first ever AA main there, and Jackal punted me over the turn.
I'm sorry.
I'll always remember that one.
You got Jackal.
That was right there.
You know what? Jackal he's gonna get his respect one way or the other. Anyway, he got into Bubba. Probably just did one of the Bubba's moves that he just does in his sleep.
Yeah.
And he crossed the finish line, and Jackal rammed him at the finish line. And, then they had words. Anyway, fast forward an hour later, I'm leaving the track. I got the Jackal hanging out the window of the Redline truck, yelling at Bubba. I built this team. I bought this trailer.
No way.
Jackal's on Mongoose.
Epic.
Bubba's sitting over there at Super Camp looking up, at his factory truck go by.
And
with his
Jackal yelling out the
hanging
window.
out in the Mongoose jersey. He probably had his goggles on. Yelling at Bubba. It was so embarrassing.
For sure his
And
knee
I'm
pads are still on.
like, John, you can't do that. I'm sorry. I have to step in. And you can't. I have
It's
to
a
draw the line. at
corporate
something.
deal, man.
Right.
Corporate
and I
deal
love
here.
Bubba. I mean, he's my family now.
Yeah.
And Jackal's always going to be my family.
Jackal's now number 2. Bubba's number 1. You're paid to like Bubba.
I don't need money to love that.
I'm just kidding.
So on that note, I mean, you've driven around the country probably 30 times over,
Oh, jeez.
and which is why the Berm Academy is so awesome. You know all the spots, you know what to do. And you've set up you've notorious for setting up pits for pros and helping everyone out. Despite you'd hop in the truck and just be like,
I try.
Who's fucking PK Ripper is in the doorway?
I put on a happy face.
Yeah.
But man, people do piss me off.
They use you, Jay.
There's a lot of users out there.
They use you, Jay.
I'm not going to start naming them, but holy smokes, man.
So is there a difference between like the Jackal era and today's pros now? They were just the same, just selfish pros.
Well, you know what? To get to that level, you got to be somewhat selfish.
Right.
You know, you got to put yourself above everything else. But, you know, I don't know. I'm a fan of the 90s and the early 2000s, so it's definitely different now. But
you hate the seat poles.
No, they're a necessity. Someone made fun of me, CJ Stewart. If you know him, he's a little, you know him. He was at the track making fun of seat posts this weekend. I'm like, dude, it's a necessity. My knees.
It's a necessity.
When I get up on the gate, I can't sit down. So once I'm standing up,
Dale hates the seat poles, but
Dale for sure.
Tori showed up one race with the Normatex, the boots.
Oh yeah.
And Jason was so mad. He's like, God, BMX is so gay.
I don't like the state of the sport. It's a little bit too. You know, at that level, there's a place for everyone on that level. You guys belong there. The 15-year-olds, knock it off, man. Let's ride our bikes. Oh,
fair enough.
Sick of it.
So that's your.
Damn it.
That was my next question. What's your view of the current state of the sport?
Well, I don't feel a lot of passion for bike riding. Everybody wants to earn their plate. They want to be trained. They want to be on the factory team. Does anyone love riding bikes anymore? I don't know if they do. So what I'm trying to foster is a lifelong love for cycling and BMX. And you have to enjoy riding your bike.
You're trying to put back in what all their heroes actually did.
I think
that
so.
People forget.
How we grew up.
Well, there's a time and place. That's the thing. These guys did the hours. They did the thousands and thousands of hours of wheelies. How many local races would you do, Nick? And this guy raced.
He still races at Kearney.
Hey, I raced at Chula Vista last week.
He got the trophy.
Nailed
it.
Everybody see me online with a trophy? I was pumped. I was so pumped. I really don't feel a passion and love for BMX, for cycling in general. And dude, I still love to go out my door with my bicycle and headphones in and just go. You know, you pick a destination, you go there, you do your little manuals on the way, you jump the curbs. You got to ride your bike. You got to love riding your bike. You're not going to last. And everyone that just, you know, intermediates feel like they've already earned their way to clipless pedals, and they don't have a proper pedal stroke. They can't pop a wheelie, but they want someone iPadding their gates to critique them. And I'm like, you can't pop a wheelie. I do a lot of clinics, and I see that I'm appalled at the number of expert riders who can't pop a simple wheelie or bunny hop
without clips.
I'm like, how are you an expert, man? And you look so dumb on your bike. They can't pump properly. They're still humping the stem when they go through the rhythm section.
That's the worst. That's the worst.
And I'm trying to tell the parents, you have to be the one to say no. You don't know better. They're going to talk you into some bad shit.
Yeah.
And you're going to let it happen because you want little Timmy to feel success.
Oh, he's getting fired up now. This one we've been waiting.
Yes! We're going raw, baby! Hey, give me another one of those unmentionables in the fridge.
This show's going all night long.
Shotgun, baby.
He's ready.
He's preaching. A lot of people in the chat room are just like, best guest ever. Bring him on every week.
We love it.
No. Listen, there's a lot to be said about the state of the sport. I feel like if we could just get back to the love of riding bikes and racing in general, quit chasing the number plates. I know you've been sold the number plate dream. There's about 8 different color ones you can get. Hang on.
Get the call.
Get a call.
Let me take this call, folks. I'm back. Now listen, I think if you love riding your bike, you're going to have a long, fruitful career. Enjoy riding. Do the things that take you in a forward progress. You know, just if you love it, there's no. We're on a delay.
There's a little delay.
You got a 30-second buffer if you really screw up.
I thought if
you really screw up, we can just axe the computer. We can just axe it all down.
Listen, I think if we can get people back to just the love of riding, trails, skate parks, mountain bikes, ride the neighborhood, pop some wheelies, do some racing, have a good time, tour the country, make good friends all over the place. If you enjoy all that stuff, you're going to have a long career. And,
Amen.
you know, but if you're just chasing a number plate or a team sponsor, Shit, man. That doesn't seem like
Get on
fun.
tour. Get on the Burn Academy.
That was always the thing that frustrated me the most. Is like when you ask a kid, well, what are your goals? My goal is to get a factory sponsorship. Oh,
So many
Jay.
teams with the factory label that I don't know what they make.
How
I
about
don't
just
know what
win
they
races?
Are you Factory Nightmare?
Didn't we fork the factory?
Nightmare's Factory. We forked them.
Yeah, we forked factory. Are you factory Nightmare? Factory free agent.
All right,
do. Hey,
Nightmare.
but listen, she's a badass. World
She is.
3 over there. We went to
Hell yeah.
Sheep Hills. We went to Reese.
She jumps it all.
We went to Woodward West. You should see the scabs on her arm from Woodward West. But you know what? She got up. She did the what do we call it? The donkey call. She knocked the breath out of herself on the rollers this big. But then she got up from that, dusted off, wiped the blood off, and then hit the big line.
Hey,
So
come on in. Come on in.
That'd
Come on
go,
in.
Nightmare.
Natalie, come on in.
You can stay in too. We're gonna get our first ever amateur on the
This
show.
is live from the Burn Academy.
Hey.
This is our guest, Nightmare.
Nightmare Natalie.
Nightmare
Come on
Natalie.
in. Yeah, get in here.
I'll
Just squat in. How's
Okay.
tour been?
It's been great.
Yeah?
It's been fun.
We can't even see you.
Yeah,
Come
we
up
can,
a little
yeah.
bit.
All right.
Okay, now you.
All
All
right.
right, there you go. Right there. Oh, there you go. You got a chair.
All right.
We need a bigger studio when the
We got all the guests.
Burn Academy comes.
Can we just be the Ellen
Yeah,
show?
just have
How epic has tour been?
it's been so epic. Oh my gosh.
OMG.
OMG. It's so epic.
Did you Snapchat it to all of your friends?
Yes.
Put out your Snapchat right now, then you can all see it.
I made it a while ago, so the name is a little but it's
Sure you did.
a nightmare underscore
Yeah.
BMXer.
All
Nightmare
right.
underscore
Listen,
BMXer.
I was trying to leave
Okay.
the Bakersfield track last night.
She was
All I was
snapping.
waiting for her to get out of the shower. An hour later, she's still in the shower.
What are you doing? You're
And I'm
wasting
like,
all the
"What?
water.
She is a nightmare.
I got
She is a
I got
nightmare.
a lot of hair. I mean,
I got a lot.
he's making me out, out there doing child labor, helping.
Hey.
We're not in the
Putting all the. No, I was helping putting all the stuff up, getting all this dust in my hair, taking forever.
That was your choice. I know
Yeah.
Jay. I know
It was
Jay. He
my
doesn't make
choice.
anyone do anything.
I'm just such a
That was
great
sweet.
person.
I
It's like,
appreciate
no,
it.
I'll help you. It's all right.
Way to go, way
What
to
a
go.
guy.
But you've been ripping it up this year. You're one of those girls, you jump everything, you go for it. How's your year been?
It's been pretty good. First half was a little better than doing now.
You
but
fading?
Still,
No, she's getting ready to peak. She just
Yeah.
went on the tour.
Just making everyone
training
think like,
through
oh,
it.
I don't gotta worry about
She's
it.
training through it.
And then bam, Grand's just
Okay.
gonna come out of nowhere.
Just explode.
So what
Yeah.
class at Grands?
15, 16.
15, 16.
Yes.
Nice, nice. That's a
All right.
title. That's a title class right there,
Yeah,
huh?
it is.
You gonna be up for the title this year?
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, I'm a little not as.
What do we need? What do we need before the Grands to? put
Reno's
you
got a
on
couple
high?
scores. What are we doing?
I have all my wins. It's just kind of
Rider count?
But
Okay.
honestly, it's like got to get those last couple local races in. I've just
Yeah.
been.
You've been on
busy.
tour.
Yeah, I've been on tour.
We're racing tomorrow night at Chula. Taco
you go.
Tuesday.
Yeah, I've got a
When do you leave?
She's got 11
tomorrow
a.m.
morning.
flight.
Stupid. Change it.
Yeah.
Like
Change the
Mac Attack.
flight.
You can change it. Stay here. You need to do a local race.
Mac Attack's racing tomorrow.
What's another week of school missing?
Well, you're, yeah.
You're on the Burn Academy, School of Hard Knocks.
BMX is way more important than
Got
school.
Life lessons.
I
every
keep
day.
telling her.
How
I'm
much
so
school did you
sick
do,
of hearing
Sam?
about school. I go, listen.
I'm so sick of hearing about school.
Look, I got a business to run. School is not.
School
I
gets
say,
in the
kids,
way.
listen. Ask your parents if they ever heard of a GED. GED.
What's that?
It's just as good as a high school diploma. You take a test, you're done.
Get your GED. Go to the Burn Academy. It's gonna. Life's gonna.
BMX is where it's at.
You're gonna think about the life lessons you're gonna learn on tour.
Let me tell you what, Matt Hayden, if anyone, you old schoolers know the Diesel,
He
the
doesn't even know
Master,
him, probably.
I know the Diesel.
The Ultimate Caucasian, the Japanese
Ultimate
assassin.
Caucasian.
He had more nicknames than I got. He was the guy, I used to travel with him a little bit, I rode his coattail, and he was a torquer guy, and he let me sleep on the floor or whatever. Sweet guy, one of my favorites. But he told me a long time ago when I was talking about college, he's like, listen, school's for fools. That college was there for 100 years before you got there, and it'll still be there. Man. Live your life.
These are important life lessons that you can't learn anywhere now.
No, right.
Amen.
Look at me now. Look at me now.
Right.
He was right.
Big ass motorhome.
What if you just became a certified teacher and you could do homeschooling on the road?
Trust me, you get schooled on the road.
Right.
But then it'd be official.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
official.
Maybe that would be go to
You
school.
don't need anything. You don't need a piece of paper. You don't need it.
Yeah,
No.
just get out now. Just give up.
So we'll see you tomorrow night at the race.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow night at Taco Tuesday out at the track.
Sorry, Mom. Just gonna.
Your mom is actually watching the show, so she was on here earlier, so you
Hi,
can just tell her
Mom.
right now. So skipping
Yeah.
school, that's it. That's
Yeah.
it.
All right. So Jay, Fill us in. Berm Academy plans from now on. We got a lot of people in here. Do you take 11-year-olds?
Listen, 11s, you know what? I had an 11-year-old who fit in great. I had 10-year-olds that were tough. I'm experimenting this year. I'm trying anything. I like to keep it a little older, 14 and over, but listen, let's talk business.
Let's do it.
If you're the parent of an 11-year-old, call me. We'll talk. Anyway, so listen, we got 2 tours coming up. We got one that starts next Monday down here. We do the basic SoCal thing, which is a couple of days in Huntington Beach. Beach rides, sunbaking, Sheep Hills,
barbecue at Sam's place,
Oakley, Troy Lee, Lake Paris, barbecue at the Willoughby's, Chula Vista Gold Cup final. Then we're going to work our way up the coast of California. We're going to hit all the coastal tracks: Santa Maria, Santa Barbara, Camarillo. We're going Santa Clara, Manzanita, all the way up to San Francisco. We're going to go into San Francisco for a day with our bikes on the train. Explore that. Then we're going to go over for a barbecue at Tangent and stop at Roseville. Then we're going to do 2 days in Tahoe, which will include Truckee Bike Park, Tahoe Track, Tahoe Bike Park, Woodward Tahoe.
Oh my God!
And then we'll get to the National, kick lots of asses, and then come on back down.
National in Reno.
It's coming up to Reno, yeah. So we'll
and then you'll come back down where?
Back down to SoCal.
All right.
Quit school. You're going on the next tour.
Hey, and then we got a tour. I'm trying to get Nick.
Barbecue.
Hey, and then barbecue at your spot. Factory Horror, Olympian, Brooke. I'm trying to talk her into it as well. So you never know who you're going to be on tour. This guy's talking about tour with his fiancé.
We're doing
fiancé.
So they're going to get.
Which one are you doing? I want to do it.
Let's go to the Grams.
Listen, you never know who you're going to end up with on the tour. So and then we got a 3-week tour.
3 adult one.
We have a 3-week tour that goes to the Grands as well, which is going to start down here in SoCal. So if you want to fly into LA, San Diego, Long Beach, Orange County, I got you. I'll get you. No problem. Uber on over. We're going to go up to Vegas, hit a couple of tracks there, bro down with Connor. Then we'll go, we're going to hit,
what?
Hoover Dam, Grand Canyon, Lake Havasu track, Albuquerque track. We're going to do a whole training run all the way to the Grand. So there's a lot of cool things going on.
So you're going from here to the Grands, like working your way there.
Well, he'll go here, up to Reno, back down here.
Yeah.
And then
the Reno trip is separate. And then we have
2
a
separate
trip
trips
to the Grand.
Yeah.
So if there's any Kiwis or Aussies, we're leaving out of SoCal. I know you fly into LA. I got you. Come on in. Listen, it's not a bad time. Ask Nightmare Natalie about the sausage and eggs and toast.
I think Nightmare's mum's in the chat room. She said you can come home for a few days of school and then hit the road again.
Boom!
I'm into it. You see?
I'm into it.
Repeat customers, that's what we need over here. Anyway, I've got a lot of fun things planned. We make a lot of jokes, but I really can't tell you how special these trips have. We were at Woodward West the other day. We had the whole place. There was about 10 of us total.
Yeah.
We had Woodward West to ourselves.
Wow.
Ohio Dreams. They roll out the red carpet and let us come in. Ray's Indoor Bike Park.
When you're VIP like you.
No, listen.
Yeah,
these people have really. Travis at Rebel Run. He's like, why don't you bring your crew over? These guys are so nice to let us come in. There's enough riders we're not in competition. They do something different than I do, and I support what they do, and they speak highly of what I do. Berlin's got a great program, but there's, you know what, they roll out the red carpet, and I can't say enough about, like, people like you guys. You take us in at Chula Vista. You know, we did the whole day at Chula last week. The ladies did a trifecta: Supercross track, pump track, Chula local race, all in one day. You can't get better than that.
All around.
Barbecue at Sam's house. I mean, kids, you're not coming to barbecue at Sam's house unless you come with me.
Let's be honest, there's one way in.
Right.
Berm Academy.
We hung out at Maris's. We did a barbecue at Barry's house. Jorah said, come over. Dino wants to hang out.
Come over.
I mean, look. Dude, Troy Lee took us in. Oakley, the guys over there, they let us shop. You know, we hang out, have a good time, behind-the-scenes tour. I can't really say enough about the people who made these trips special. They really, without people like you guys, it really wouldn't be possible. So, thank you.
I think we should have an education night one tour. We'll come over here, we'll break out the transits, and we'll take them through your career.
I got the box set from Colin. I want to know the real story of why we don't have transit today. Why? Who shut it down? What's the problem?
The kids
I have no idea.
Is there no money in it? Did the sanctions say we need a cut? You're like, bro, I can barely pay for the DVDs and the hard shell casing.
Yeah.
And you want to cut it?
Don't ask for the answer. You already talked
I want
What is
the
the
real
answer?
answer.
Yes.
I want
What's
somebody
the
to come
answer?
out and tell me why we don't have Colin Styles on a ladder in the infield, filming Bakersfield.
Tell me what
On our ladder.
Tell me what you know. I don't
Stop
know.
it.
What is it?
Come out.
Are we
Let's talk
missing
about
something here? I don't get it.
Yeah.
I just want to know why we don't have it anymore.
I think because everyone wanted a free DVD, right?
That could be a big part of it.
We're getting people that are putting in the chat room just online schools so they can just go to accreditation college, high school, and career school online.
My mom's here. She's a teacher, so you come here, she'll give you a quick lesson.
We'll take Shaz on tour as well. You should see
No, that's part of
her.
education night here at
She
the
was trying
Willoughby
to get out
compound.
here and go to the store. She could not. She wanted to cook my lunch before she went to the store.
Sure she did.
I'm hiring her.
She's hired. She's hired.
Well,
Shoot, I think you
That was
annihilated
amazing, Jay.
it. That was.
Do you want to stay around? We're going to fork some stuff.
Listen, I'm going to hang out over here with Nick. He's got something in that glass. I want to see what that is. Listen, kids, parents, you're not going to have a bad time. You want Timmy trained? Timmy's going to get trained. You want him to race? He's going to race. You want Sally kicking ass at the trail? We're going to do it.
She's doing
I
it
mean,
all.
we're going to Oakley. We're going to Troy Lee. Hey, my man John Sawyer over at S Squared and Answer, you know, he's always, we went out on the, dude, he took us out on the boat.
Jeez.
We got free rain over at Oldsmar BMX.
I mean, if they haven't got the point by now, Jay, I mean, it's badass.
But they're going to Oakley and they're going to Troy Lee.
Hey, no, and we're going to S Squared and Answer and Oldsmar BMX and Woodward.
Everywhere.
And Ohio Dreams and Ray's Mountain Bike Park and Rebel Run and you name it. We're doing it. Come on tour. Let me cook you up some sausages.
Some asparagus. Always asparagus.
Asparagus. And if you can take a dump in someone else's potty, do that. Try to stay out of my bathroom.
All right. Sam's like, okay, that's it. Get out of here.
I just want to let you know,
stick around.
because everyone wants to poo-poo in my toilet.
Ain't gonna happen. I mean, if you got,
We got a box about this big
Right.
that collects
if the
poo-poos.
brownies are ready, take them elsewhere.
Right.
Take them elsewhere.
So that's just one of, and you get life lessons. You get life lessons when you come on tour.
Amazing.
Plenty.
Hey,
Yeah, what's
Plenty.
Hey,
to
let me
share.
give him
What's
life. Listen, kids, this is free. You don't have to come on tour for this. This is life lesson number one.
Number one.
If you don't like profanity, leave the room. I'm going to tell you now, parents.
Earmuffs.
So, life lesson number one when you come on tour. Once you fuck something, you can't unfuck it. So, move slow and easily. Don't scratch anything. Don't break anything. Don't have something sharp in your pocket when you sit on my leg
I think
couch.
I missed a couple words.
Kids, get on tour with Jason.
That's all I'm saying.
That's the knowledge we're bringing.
And don't put liquid in the trash can. Right? So anyway,
Oh my God.
Pour it out first and then throw it.
I think
Okay.
Shaz put something in my LaCroix because I'm feeling weird. I'm gonna get off. Thank you guys so
Amazing,
much.
Jay.
I love these guys, and thank you for coming on tour, Nat.
No problem.
And
Hey,
Nightmare.
way to be our first amateur guest,
It was
Nightmare.
an honor. Shout
Way
out
to go.
Southwest Airlines for only having super expensive flights out today, and so
Okay.
they're booked out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Screw you, Southwest.
Screw you. Middle finger from the Nightmare.
So anyway, thank you guys. I appreciate it. Love to all, and see you then. See you soon.
Amazing.
Okay,
Let's
on to the
fork
next
some
segment.
stuff.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
So, I don't really know where to go after that. I
There's
think
nowhere to go after
that was
that.
kind of the best
think-
of the best.
Guest of the year.
We have a few things left planned, so we'll just get right into
I
it.
think that's guest of the year.
Yeah, that definitely is guest of the year. Everything from here is like the bar's been set. We're kind of
Right.
down here now. I kind of feel stupid going in another segment after
Got a
this,
fork.
but
Bring him in.
we got some forks. Nikki, jump on.
We do have a third fork in the garage, but
Well, I'm sure you have about 72 forks
we'll
in your
just share
garage.
these.
Yeah, we'll share these too.
All right.
So, answer stick a fork in it time.
So-
if you got any good ones, throw them up on the chat room. We got a few. We'll go from there.
All right, so we had one here. Now you're gonna, I think you have these, Tyler. There's these giant platform pedals out right now that
Yeah.
are the size of your shoe.
Yeah,
What's the deal with that?
they're great.
They're good?
Yeah, I actually really like them.
Okay. I mean, I was out the game by the time they came out.
Yeah.
but How? What's the deal?
They Pedaling Innovations. They make a set. They sent me some out to give it a whirl.
Okay.
And
They feel good.
yeah, I actually really like them. So I'm not forking them.
You don't fork. I mean, I'm gonna fork them because I can't try them and I can't figure out in my head how they would feel.
Yeah, I'm saying from personal. Have you ever tried them?
But I'm taking
Yeah.
your word that they're good.
I wouldn't do it off feeling because I'm gonna take your word that they feel great. They look like they feel great. but they
Why don't you
look
try to?
I have a set at my track that's a demo set, so you can give a whirl.
Nick's always riding the track.
Always riding the track in flat.
I only train on flat.
Yeah.
So, but I just strictly principle. They just look.
They're
ugly.
huge.
They actually.
Ugly.
I think the wheel bike.
my bike.
T ones are pretty big.
My bike is out the front right now because I forgot it in the back of my truck.
And you got a pair of shoes as pedals.
Yeah, they covered my whole shoe.
So they actually feel good though.
I actually like, and my sprint times are faster on them, so I'm training on them, keeping them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mental. It's all a mental thing.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm forking them though.
You're forking them?
Yeah.
Okay.
To each their own.
To each
To each their own.
All right. I can't get my head around it. But.
We got any other ones in there?
All right. So no, the Fall Nationals not being a pro race anymore. I'm gonna fork that. That was a staple. Disney Cup, then
everywhere. Paris used to be
Del Mar, then Disney Cup, then Paris, then
Fall Nationals has always been. I'll let you go.
Should be a pro
What do
race.
you think?
It needs to be a pro race. So is that?
I'll hang on. I'll hang on to the
fork it not being a pro race.
Fork it not being a pro race
because
there's no reason that all the AA's shouldn't have been in Bakersfield racing last weekend.
We raced earlier.
But
perfect.
But now you guys have to go race Reno, which if you have to pick, you'd much rather would race the Bakersfield track over a Reno track.
No.
Well, every other AA but Nick.
About like the 21-second lap time.
Every other AA but Nick would have rather raced in Bakersfield than Reno.
Track, I do love the track. It wasn't about that, but I love Reno.
You're a Reno guy.
I'm a Reno guy.
Yeah.
Indoor, you don't get hot.
Well, we will see in
You
a
get
few
black
weeks.
lung.
We will see.
We got one on there.
I'm really stoked on that one.
Primal seat post.
Primal seat post.
Oh, that's as bad as the pedal.
How heavy?
They come from the same
All right.
warehouse.
How heavy can the Primal get?
15 pounds.
15 pounds?
Yep.
What is that? It's like
As
seven,
much as your
7
back weight?
kilos.
7 kilos,
Be
yeah.
careful. Be
Yeah.
careful. You're one to try just about anything.
Yeah. I probably would have tried the Primal seat post.
The Primo seat post?
Primo.
That was Coach G's seat post?
Primo.
Yeah.
Primos. I probably would have tried it.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to fork it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it looks terrible, again, with the looks, but...
You're a looks guy.
We've tried weirder
for
for
a looks
training.
guy with the frame I used to ride. The disc brake now, so I'm not really a looks guy, I guess, but...
Well, I think for pros training,
You know,
we've tried about
I
everything.
can actually
Yeah.
see a benefit in the Primal.
Yeah, I guess.
It's better than, it's better than
Can we do a
towing
neutral
tires
thing?
and sleds and shit.
It's better than towing tires.
Yeah.
So all right, we won't fork that one yet.
Nope.
I saw another good one pop up.
I got one.
What is yours? I'll see if I can find mine.
I
I can't find it. It's out.
In the Dutch riders riding dirt jumps in their race jerseys.
Oh yeah.
Fork the shit out of
Yeah,
that.
I'll
gotta
fork
go.
that.
That's got to go.
And it's any European in general. Don't go to the trails in
Just
your
wear
full
a t-shirt.
uniform.
I don't care if it says the Dutch National Squad on there.
Even if you have your full face helmet on, that's totally cool. Don't wear your full uniform or jersey to the trails.
Can we do a side note on that as well? Pretty much anybody but American, they wear mountain bike helmets when they ride.
Oh yeah, we'll fork the hell out of that.
Yeah, can we just fork that? Take the
What
visor
what
off.
is this? Mountain bike?
The mountain bike helmet at the trail. That's what
visor,
Sam
the
wears
holes
too.
in it.
I do?
Yeah.
I have one.
Yeah, well, last time we
get outta
rode
here.
the dirt park.
Unless you're
Dirt
riding a mountain
track.
bike.
He had a mountain bike helmet on. He was doing the biggest dog pisses.
Sponsors, bro.
Yeah, there was so
Get out
many,
of town.
so many sponsors with mountain bike helmets. All right, so that's a good one. What you got? Any more in there?
What else?
There was one good one that popped
Someone
up.
said Jayhawk.
Attack got one?
Someone said the Jayhawk frame set. Did anyone see the Jayhawk frame set? It's got a lot of tubes going in
Is that the riveted one?
odd directions.
The riveted one. I'll fork that. That thing looks weird.
Until they come out with a statement of why the bars are going in all different directions.
It's a frame that's legit, like riveted. Like my starting gate is riveted together. That's how the frame is riveted together.
No way.
Yeah.
There's only one way to make just fucking 2 triangle frame. That's all you need.
Just weld it up.
Yeah.
Weld it up.
I don't know, epoxy, like this carbon thing we're on now.
Yeah.
What was it?
Sylvan,
Project-
you're going to have to elaborate on Ramiro's helmet because I didn't
Oh,
see
it's
it.
trash.
What is it?
I mean, no diss on Fox.
Oh,
but
it's a new Fox helmet.
Do you want to fork?
Might as well. We're forking Vic Beam's helmet too. The fucking pull off
No, really,
jaw mount.
the front
You
piece
can
has a
pull it
bunch
off.
of holes in
And
it.
they're serious?
Yeah,
it's
no, they're
terrible.
selling
Who
it.
makes it?
Fox helmet.
Oh, fork that.
It's so bad.
Yeah, I'll agree. I'll stick
I mean,
a fork in that helmet
Fox
too.
made it.
Fox's name is legendary,
And
but
they made a pull-off
it's
front?
so
The
bad.
front.
It's like the old Troy Lee one, that Bradford one. You guys, I don't know if you know. When I started racing, Bradford wore that helmet. It was a mountain bike helmet with a jaw piece.
Oh my god!
So I wasn't gonna pull it up, but you get the hint. You can check it out later. Yeah, it's a pretty rough one, so we'll cross the board fork that one.
One day we're gonna get a producer that when we start talking about this, they just go.
They bring it up. Yeah.
Here it is. Boom.
Yeah, when we get
that.
big sponsors and big money and stuff like that. Yeah, we're on our way to that.
Well, yeah. If anyone's wearing a helmet that you can remove the front, fork that.
Take it off. Put a real helmet on that's gonna save your face if you crash.
I mean, unless you're like bull riding or something, then
I'd rather just be an open face. What are you doing with it? It's terrible. And it looks awful.
We forked it.
Can I get another water?
I just thought of one. Here you go. I just thought of one.
How about double water, please?
How about the UCI Supercross Instagram trash talking everybody after they do good in a race?
Yeah, fork that.
So who won? Oh, Torres. That's his name, right?
Yeah.
So Torres won the Supercross, and they put on a comment. I actually commented back on it because it made me mad. They said, "Oh, Torres wins, but does he have to have Gate 1 to win?" How about the dude got his first ever World Cup win? How about just saying congrats on winning a World Cup, man? That's awesome. So
I'm not saying fork it.
I'll fork it. Who cares what lane it is?
I say we need. If it wasn't the drama, we wouldn't be talking about it.
Yeah, but you
keep it there.
Yeah, I'll fork it because B. How about congrats to the guy? The guy just won his first World Cup, and you're trying to take part of it away.
Constructive criticism.
He won. How's it?
Good job, man.
If you were in gate if you were in gate 2, you probably wouldn't have won.
Probably not. Well, Ramirez almost did, and he didn't even go out of the gate. He did like my gate when I raced
totally
last
different
time.
dudes, though. So
yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
All right. I think have we already forked the Fresh Park gate where you got to like come back and hit a pedal and.
Yeah. If not, we'll fork it now.
Yeah, might as well do it again.
Yeah, we'll do it again.
I don't even think Connor uses that gate, and he's sponsored by him.
Do you want to fork it?
He does for his sponsor.
Would you ever put that at the Hillbilly Training Ranch?
Oh, I've tried to.
Do you even use your gate anymore? I never see.
No, it's too shady. I flipped it too many times, and I don't know how to work on it well enough to replace the parts. So
What's wrong with it?
That's unlong.
I don't know exactly.
Where are you doing your 25 daily gates? At Connor's house in the Fresh Park gate.
I got one in the garage.
At the center when I'm doing Supercross gates.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have Grants is coming up, but I got to get back on it.
Okay. I think that's the forking it segment.
Okay. Well, what do we have next? We got a.
I think we had a call in from
Fitz?
someone. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to get into Fitzwell? Well, you get that pulled up. I'll play his little intro, and then we'll get on to Fitzwell.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story, and I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
All right, there is Fitzwell's intro. Sam, you get the luxury of talking to this guy every week.
I do.
Yeah.
It's an honor.
See if we can get it to
call me sometime.
I wish he'd call. He never calls. I just like to have a chat with the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a coffee sometime.
Why does it never play loud off of his voicemail?
I don't know.
Boys, Big Dickie Fitzy's pumped up and ready to fucking explode. What a BMX week around the globe. I think we start at the top of the BMX totem pole down there in the homeland of BMX racing, Santiago del Estero, Argentina. Beautiful pictures coming out of there on the Instagram. I was watching Double A Pete. He was doing the pre-show and my God, he was twitching and shaking like a drunken AA. We had some big names make the trip down to Argentina, Las Vegas' own Conman Fields, Foreskin Nighthawk, and Silver Andre chase down the World Cup title. The Vans made the trip and we had Davo and Twan up for the title themselves. But on day one, Van Gent, he came down on his ass harder than a rapist's first night in prison. Davo showed glimpses, but like your trash can on a Tuesday morning, he was left out to dry come main time. The old faithful Van Gorkum put it in the main on day one for the Coach Beaver, but by main time it was like 2006 all over again. Argentina domination. It was like Bessarin and Colombo were back with a mix of jacked up 3D Ramiro Marino. I tell you what, Molina and Torres absolutely took it to them on day one. 1 and 2 on the gate, 1 and 2 at the finish line. Molina came out of the gate like a rabbit fucking a squirrel, but left the door open like an 8-year-old in the kitchen opening the fridge for the first time. And guess who came sliding through like a used condom on prom night? It was Torres. My pick, Sylvain Andre. He managed to pull a third and keep his name at the top of the points for day 2. In the women, they lined up in the main. 3 title heavy hitters, Pahone, Smolders and Christensen, were in lanes 1, 2 and 3. But out in lane 4 was an undefeated snake in the grass on the day. My favourite, 2 in, 1 out, no doubt, Bondarenko. The gate dropped and Bondarenko was later than your grandma's birthday card. Smolders chased Pahone around like a dog chasing a bunny, but the bunny was too fucking quick in the end. In the end, in the men's, our man Silver Andre, he got himself a gold. And what a year for disc brakes. World Cup champion Silver Andre. I tell you what, Levesque might need to open up the checkbooks over at Chase. There is a new French sheriff in town and he loves to sink piss and outbreak cunts in the turns. Bell was there, she made rumblings but did not produce much more. Flushed the bowl on Argentina for Judy Bell. She produced another ghosty, #Tokyo. Now back in the motherland, the full nationals were up in California's version of Santiago del Estero, the beautiful city of Bakersfield. It was about as well attended as a raper's funeral though. We didn't get a lot of updates other than Long, the Pro-Am 1-2 guy himself, got a slab dunk with 2 out of 3 wins. On day 3, the Mac Attack pounced on Long and got himself a win, but these two kept all the money in the Scion and brought it back to Lakeside. Pro-Am assassins, we would call them, I think. Well, that's all I got this week, fellas. If you want to know how, call Judy Bow.
New little exit there for him.
He's always got a new exit, old Fitz.
Dang.
He's been around the block.
He's been well around the block now.
That guy is classic.
I think he's almost 20 weeks in.
That's what I was going to say. He's got to be getting close.
Yeah,
because he only started a couple weeks before we did. We're at what, show 16 now?
Show 16, yeah. So.
It's flying by. It's flying by, boys.
Flying by.
Yeah, what a show. What a show.
All right.
We got one other segment before we open up phone calls.
Square it up.
We'll square it up. All right, so here's your S squared square up intro.
I'm Justin Posey, and I ride S squared.
What's cracking, kid? What's bracking, nigga? Square the fuck up.
I'm Justin Posey.
So tonight,
yes,
in honor of there's a very famous bachelorette party. A lot of women's pros.
The Nash Bash.
The Nash Bash.
Nashlorette.
Trashlorette.
Whatever. There's about 44 hashtags that are going on for this weekend.
So we figured we would square up against old Lauren Reynolds. Spring break laws, they call her.
Spring break laws.
She's been on spring break for a while now.
She's been hitting it pretty. She was training for Nash Bash, I believe.
She's full of shit.
Had a big block.
All right.
So
what were you gonna say?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Must have been a lie.
All right. So we're doing Lauren Reynolds.
Lauren on spring break.
On spring break. All right. So I think I'm just gonna go with this one. This is I think this has been making all over the internet. I might need a little space for this one. We're gonna keep it real simple with this one.
This has been on the internet.
What?
That was on the internet?
On the boat.
You didn't see the photo?
On the boat.
The boat?
Check out
the boat photo that's been all over the internet?
All right, Nick.
Got a vagina and I'm proud about it.
All right, so there's mine.
Now you go. I got to think of which part I want to.
You got to hear the Australian accent a little bit. Warm it up a little bit.
I'm trying to think of that.
G'day, cats. Lauren Reynolds here. Stay out in Nashville. Couple of beers without a lease. Having a good time. I mean, we've been at the bars, been on the fucking boat, been at strippers, been on the bull, done it all. A few cigarettes deep. I mean, looking forward to getting back to San Diego, work on my gate starts, whatever else I can work on. But between now and then, bottoms up.
Hold on, I need props.
You need props.
Okay.
Go get them.
Props,
Go get the props. No, it's coming.
My Aussie doesn't speak English, I guess.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right, let's see. We're gonna do our beach barbecue laws, best impression.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. How do we start this? Yeah, not really drinking. We got grands coming up. I'm vegan now. So I got just black bean burgers here.
Black.
What song is that? Yeah!
Yeah, spring break lawn, baby!
Can I have a chicken burger?
Yeah, chicken. Give me a steak. Give me a steak.
Oh, we love Lauren.
All right, well,
Side note, this is terrible. Where'd you buy this?
I think Spring Break Lauren brought that.
Spring Break Lauren. Spring Break Lauren. Honey, we're
Put a fork in it. Fork that. Get it out of here. Get it out of here.
Yeah.
Put a fork in Spring Break Bear. We need the Training Bear back, Coach.
Yeah, bring Training Bear back.
Keep Spring Break Laws.
Spring Break Laws is flat.
All year long. All year. Well, that's kind of the end of all of our regular segments. Should we open up the phone lines, listen to some voicemails?
I don't even know if we got any voicemails, but we'll have a look.
We'll throw this number up in here if any of y'all want to call in.
No voicemails, but
voicemails, nothing.
We'll open it up.
See if anybody
What
wants.
do we chat about in the meantime? Should we bring the crew back in? I know Jason likes talking. Let's talk about what did we talk about this weekend? What'd you call me?
Phone lines are open.
What?
The last double A.
Oh, the last guy that can get it done on a hangover, for sure.
They can't
the
hear you.
last-
They can't
I
hear
like that. That made me feel good.
What is it? Nobody can hear. What did he say?
Bring him in.
Nick Long, the last guy that can get it done on a hangover.
I'm the final double
I feel
A.
like we're promoting bad behavior.
We're
never meant to be a role model.
It's after 9:30 in Florida, so we're into after
I was
dark
rubbing my
now.
eyeballs. Oh, Nick Long After Dark.
Yeah.
I heard about the show, man.
It's a separate show.
Here's the problem. Here's one problem. You got to watch your role models. So I grew up emulating. I really loved it. Not emulating, but I loved this guy called Todd Slavic, the cowboy. And I've seen him throwing up between motos and just killing it out there after a big night on the town.
Mm-hmm.
And then you fast forward to guys like Warlock and Kyle stay
We'll
out
hold
all
on.
night and go 1-2.
Hold on, pause. We got a
No.
call.
Sam's going to put him on hold. You keep going.
This Cafe Willoughby, hold the line. We're in the middle of a Jason Carnes story.
Keep going, Jay.
Florida.
No. Anyway, what we're talking about was.
Let me go to Burn Academy, but she didn't like Jason Carnes' segment on GED.
What?
What was this? We put you on hold, but go ahead.
Go to the Burn Academy, but she didn't like Jason Carnes' segment on getting a GED.
Oh, so what he said is my mom was going to let me go on Burn Academy, but she didn't like your segment about your GED. Well, I don't know what to tell you, man.
It's as good as a high school diploma.
Your mom's
Ask
wrong.
anyone.
Your mom's wrong.
Ask any counselor.
Your mom's wrong.
It's just as good. It's as equivalent.
Takes you to the same place. Yeah.
Hello, Cafe Willoughby. You're on the air.
I like that. Shut the guy out.
You guys freaking killed it. Jason, you are the man.
I would
the
agree.
man, Jay.
I would agree.
Man.
He is.
Who is
Tell
this?
everyone you know.
Dude, hands down, this is like your best show ever.
I agree.
Yeah.
16,
Yeah.
mark it.
All right, we will. We'll try to get the Toad back again. I mean, he's coming back. He's coming back on tour after Reno, so we'll get him back in.
Cali for the rest of the year.
I don't like the toad.
Hey,
Call
real
him
quick,
horny.
so I'm still on my quest to announce at Grand.
Oh, this is you. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Can you announce a vet pro race with Jason when he won?
Ooh, a Grant's title.
Grant, do Jason Carnes up for the vet pro title at Grand's.
Jason, Todd Perry, Ken Fallon, and Eric
No,
Root.
you could do the one time when TP crashed me twice in one lap.
Yeah, do that.
Do that one. That one's even
The only
better.
time I've ever been
Let's hear
crashed
that
twice in one lap.
Can you do that?
Here, you got bad knees.
Can I do what now?
So can you do? There was a race, a Grands race, Vet Pro, where Todd Perry crashed Jason twice in a lap. Do you want to announce that one?
Did the same thing.
Oh, dude, no, TP in the chair.
It's you. You got bad knees. You don't got your knee pads on.
Alright. I don't have anything written down, so.
That's all right.
You killed it last time. We had a lot of good feedback.
Alright. So, who we got in the gate?
So Carnes, Todd Perry, Eric Root, and Kent Fallon. But
We need some electricity, though.
But
if we're gonna call the races, we need some electricity.
just let him do his thing.
He's gonna do his thing, Jay.
Fire away.
Alright, hold on, man. See, I'm prepared this time, and I got a notepad so I can write some shit down.
Okay.
We got dead air, man. You got to get going, and we're gonna go to the next caller.
Oh yeah, you put the pressure on.
Oh, come on now. Announcers, they get handed all this stuff to them.
We're handing it to you right now. Ready? You don't know what's going to happen when the gate drops. You got to be prepared.
Grindle does it off the cuff. Carnes, Perry, Roop, and Fallon.
And Darren Mitchell, Black Hawk Down.
Just because announcing that name was so good.
All right, man. You got 10 seconds. We're going to our next caller. If you don't start announcing.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, let's hear it.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Coming at you. It's Carnes, Perry, Roof, and Fallon. Gate drops, rocking and rolling. Down that first straightaway they go. Hooking and booking. It's Carnes with the lead. Got the puck, got Perry right behind him. Oh! And we got a rider down in that first straightaway. In and out of corner number 1 they go. It's Perry with the lead. Carnes getting back up. He's putting the horsepower down. Holy cow. It's Perry. Boom. Fallon. Carnes, here he comes. In and out of corner number 2 they go. Carnes getting the move. Oh, Carnes moves it again.
You got up and crashed and still won.
Carnes getting tied up for
Perfect.
the second time. Rocking and rolling. Here they go. Coming down the line. It's going to be Perry, Roof, Fallon.
Thank you. Very good.
What's this red
Hello, Cafe Willoughby.
Hey, Sam, I have a question for you.
You just crushed that guy.
No, we have to move on.
To your injury, would you ever consider any kind of adaptive sport?
No, not right now.
Not right now. We're in the middle of a show. He'll try that maybe tomorrow on Tuesday. Thanks.
Can't leave me hang out on the announcer for that shit.
What a bummer.
Announcer guy, call back. Sorry.
Write it down and come back with something hot.
Yeah, we're ready for you.
Excitement.
That was really good, Minnesota announcer guy. We're gonna
have some music in the background
What's his name's Phil, right?
Phil, we're gonna get him a job at the Grands for sure.
He's got to at least do one moto.
Oh yeah, he needs
Let's
to.
put him on like a Friday event and then see if we can get him into the pros event.
Nah, I think he's good. Yeah, pro event. Yeah.
Straight into the pros.
Just straight into the pros.
Like motos?
What do you reckon, Grindle? Can we swing him in? Oh, he's
See if
calling
it's
back.
his. Yo.
Hello.
Goofed it.
Hello. Hello.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah.
What's going on, fellas?
This big Denzel.
I miss you guys.
Oh, it's Denzel. What's up, Denzel? How you doing, baby?
I'm good, man. Long time no see, guys.
We miss you, D.
You sound more Texan than the last time I talked to you.
I know. I need to get back on that Jay skate.
Denzel, you still owe me a dinner from a year ago.
I know. You were too bougie, and you were too bougie to go out.
I stood you up.
Yeah, you were out with Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie.
I'll always remember that. That was great. I thought you guys were jerks, man. You weren't calling me back. Nobody wanted to hang out.
So a little side story. Denzel thought I stood him up for dinner, but I actually broke my neck. And then we were going to go to dinner the night that I broke my neck.
He was pissed. He came into ICU ready to put Sam in ICU.
What did you say?
I said I felt like I made a mom joke, a dead mom joke, and your mom was really dead or something like that. And he really hurt. He wasn't just bullshit. He was really hurt.
Right.
Yeah, well, that'll work, man. Well, I just want to call and check in with you guys, man. I'll see you soon.
It's good to hear your voice, D. We'll see you in December, yeah?
Yeah, man, I'll be there. I'll be the only black guy to talk to.
You always are. You always are, baby. Bring Seward with you, actually. Let's make it a 2-time.
Yeah, we're gonna make it like China.
Yeah, man.
All right, D. It was good to hear from you, man.
Later, D. Oh, there he is, the man of the myth, Denzel.
I love when fallen legends just call in.
I know.
KY, we got T. Who's next?
Well, I think
if the announcer would call back, that'd be good. We kind of threw him under the bus.
We kind of fried him.
Yeah.
Do we want to bring old Troy Boy on and give him a plug for what he's done? He's good.
Just a quick hi, Troy. Just a quick wave.
Throw a little face.
Come on, Troy. This guy killed the track out here. He worked his butt off for me for 2 days
Why don't you give
straight.
a shout out to Winnebago for what they did?
I'm giving a shout out to Winnebago. Get in here just for a quick hi. All your fans back home want to see you.
Do a drive-by.
Just walk through. Just walk through and do this. Walk through and do this.
Hello, Cafe Willoughby. You're on the air with Troy.
This is the announcer calling back.
Oh, we missed you.
My man, you killed it. We had someone calling in a lot, so we had to take it, but they had a shitty question anyway. So that was pretty good.
Yeah, thanks.
So
I'm literally standing on my head right now.
you're standing on your head?
I'm holding a hanger so I get good reception.
Oh, I thought you were serious.
Well, we're gonna do all we can to get you in the announcers tower at the Grands. We don't.
Yeah, check this out.
We don't have a lot of strings, but we'll pull them.
I threw this down USA BMX. The Gold Cup Finals in Wisconsin here this weekend.
Yep.
And I threw it down like, let me, can I have a couple motos? You guys can hear how I sound. You can see how I score.
For sure. Send it over.
I didn't hear anything back from them, so.
Oh. Well, leave us with it, bro. We're gonna make this happen.
Sam will make some calls.
We're gonna try to pull some strings. I mean, I can't guarantee the pros. I can't guarantee expert, but I'm thinking 25 plus novice. I can definitely get you a moto there.
I can definitely slide you right on in.
And I think you're above that.
Those are the
But-
best classes anyways.
They are. They are.
I think you're above that, but let's start there.
Hazed a little bit.
What'd you say?
I can get hazed a little bit down at the bottom,
All right.
Work my way up. That's what, dude. They give me one moto. I'm just gonna keep going and.
Just don't.
He just won't get off the mic. He'll let security pull him out because he ain't getting off the mic.
Bring your own mic and just Bluetooth in.
Yeah. All right, Phil. Well, thanks for calling in.
Keep calling in, Phil. Just keep calling in up until the Grands. We're gonna build the hype and we're gonna try to make this happen.
All right.
All right.
Done deal. Jason.
Yep.
Dude, my man, you're freaking awesome.
You're freaking awesome, Jay. That's what he said.
I love that guy.
He loves you.
All right. Episode 16. Epic.
Epic Factory Phil.
Epic. Epic.
All right. Later.
Over and out, Phil.
All right, Sam. Well, I think that brings us to about the end of another Monday night, huh?
That is it. So
Shaz got some dinner ready for us. Let's go eat some food.
thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in.
We'll be back
We'll see you guys next Monday. Later.
later.